A Malaysian convert to Islam has buyer's remorse when she realizes what Islam and Muslims have to offer her, which is nothing but pain and heartache. In Malaysia, a woman that converted to Islam, I think from Christianity, has gone viral for threatening to leave the religion.
Masjid minta tolong. Tapi macam orang ingat I scammer.
This woman is about to give her reason why she's ready to abandon Muhammad's 7th century caravan that has gone off the rails. Before you start saying, oh, these problems exist in all communities, why is it then that the church helped her and her own community didn't? What's going on here? I'll tell you what. Converts are vulnerable and the community doesn't seem to support them, and they're forced to look elsewhere. And this isn't the only high-profile story either. Only recently, we spoke about Aisha, who was mistreated and scammed by Muhammad Hijab into a misyar marriage, and she felt so let down by the community that she had to turn to ex-Muslim and Christian YouTubers. So this video has since been removed from its original platform, but don't worry, we have a copy of it right here. We got the video translated and we're gonna share it with you. Let's get into it.
The background. What do you do when you're facing hardship as a new Muslim? After all, you were told that the Ummah, aka community, is one big family. Islam even lovingly refers to other members of the faith as brothers and sisters. If someone is a brother or sister, that would signify closeness, like that of a family. Many of us would agree that we can rely on members of our family. They're the ones who would do anything for us, especially in the darkest moments of our life. Well, one convert in Malaysia is finding out that this flowery one Ummah language does not apply to reality, only in dawah and Islamic videos that are meant to hypnotize you into converting, making you believe that this is where you belong, and that the people preaching Islam to you will actually care about you and be there for you. Wrong! In this clip, we are going to see a Malaysian convert speaking to another man about her story, telling him what happened to her, why she wants to leave Islam, and who actually helped her in this situation. I'll give you a hint. It was actually people from another Abrahamic faith. Also, we got this video translation verified by someone who speaks the language. Let's roll the clip.
Rasa lebih balik agama I. My life is better. I tinggalkan family I. Then convert ke Islam. Suami I sebelum kahwin dia janji bagi I better life semua. Mau I convert baru boleh kahwin. Tapi setelah kahwin convert, sekarang I mengandung. Dia ada perempuan lain, tinggalkan I. Maaf tak ada ofensif lah. I sekarang memang trauma dengan lelaki Melayu di Malaysia. Orang tak ada duit dan I sudah pregnant. Susah nak keluar cari kerja. Orang mana mau orang pregnant kerja? No choice. So I pergi masjid minta tolong. Tapi macam orang ingat I scammer. Dia halaukan I je, tak mahu peduli I. I try cuba minta tolong daripada zakat. Tapi cakap-cakap perlu ada suami. Ini compulsory. Suami I sudah tinggalkan I. Dia pergi mana I pun tak tahu. I dah pening, tak tahu macam mana. Siapa nak tolong I? So, the last option, I pergi church minta tolong. Mereka willing to help me. Mereka bagi I living cost. Mereka try to help saya.
Oh, church tolong you?
Ya. Lebih baik banding dengan itu masjid dan zakat.
Wow. First of all, I feel sorry for this woman and what she got herself into. Let me get this straight. It was her husband's idea to convert her to Islam, get her pregnant. Then he leaves her for another woman. Just like that, he leaves his pregnant wife to fend for herself as a new Muslim. I am not entirely sure if this woman is Malaysian herself or she's from somewhere else, but imagine how alone she feels going through this. When I first stumbled upon this video, I was actually shocked that this woman is in a Muslim country, married to a Muslim man that treated her like garbage, and the community on this side of the world did nothing to help her. I often hear stories about converts being neglected that originate in the US, UK, and so on, but this is a new one for me. You know, I constantly see videos from Muslims promoting making hijrah to a Muslim land away from the kuffar.
Anyone that does hijrah for Allah and His Messenger then his hijrah is for Allah and His Messenger. And the scholars, they mention a very powerful principle here. They say that the Prophet ﷺ didn't mention the reward for hijrah. And so there's a principle in the deen which is that the ambiguity of a reward shows the greatness of it. So the fact that the Prophet didn't mention to us how great the reward of hijrah is just truly goes to show it's really big. It's not something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just going to be like, here's a little reward for you. It's a huge reward. And so if you're going to get a huge reward for something, there's going to be a huge struggle that comes with it as well.
True.
Or that living in a Muslim country will be this utopia.
This part of my life is called peace.
So magical and perfect. Well, folks, now we are learning how life works in these so-called Islamic utopias, which are honestly not that much different from being a convert in the West, to be really honest with you. I mean, I am a bit surprised, since Muslims claim these lands are morally superior to Western values and women are supposed to be highly regarded in this faith. If any of you guys watching this are Malaysian, can you tell me what it's like in your country? Have you seen or heard of situations like this where women seek help and they're turned away? Turned away by the mosque. In the last part of the video, she talks about where she went for help first, which was the mosque. I am not sure how many mosques she sought help from, but regardless, they turned her away. She's pregnant, alone, in need, can't get a job, but yet she was deemed a scammer and turned away. Now, I know that scamming does happen in these communities. I have seen this myself, but we can also verify someone's situation and their need. Sadly, her own testimony for zakat was not enough. She needed her abusive husband to be her escort and verify that, yes, I did abuse my wife and left her for another woman, so help her out. This is an extremely stupid thing to ask for from a woman. Let me just go fetch my abuser. I'll get in contact with this new woman, and then she will tell him to come to the mosque with me at this time to verify that he's a garbage human and loser, so you can help me. So what do you do when your own community fails you? You go to where you will get the help and support you need. This woman said she went to a church, and they were the ones who offered to help her with living costs. She said the church was better compared to the mosque and zakat. By the way, in Islam, a woman has to observe an iddah, aka waiting period until her baby is born. The husband, on the other hand, can remarry as soon as he wants. This is clearly what this guy did. Islam is so fair to women, isn't it?
The damage control. It's unfortunate that this had to go viral for tone-deaf Muslims to care, but that's how this story unfolded at the end of the day. The story only gained attention because Islam risked losing another woman to apostasy. It makes the Muslim community look really bad, and the Islamic Council in Malaysia was made aware of this. They realized the community failed her so bad that she wanted to leave Islam and go back to her previous religion, which I'm sure she knows the harsh consequences for it in a country like Malaysia. Malay Mail has stated the following: Mohd Naim also called on the Muslim community to be more compassionate towards converts who needed support and aid, so that they do not feel sidelined or lose faith in the religion. We need to show empathy and concern. I would also like to advise mosques, surahs, and all Islamic agencies, including MAIWP, to treat converts seeking help with kindness, he added. As of May this year, MAIWP had registered almost 1,100 converts in the federal territories compared to like 1,000 or so last year. A total of RM 9.3 million in aid has also been distributed. So they're giving money to converts supposedly, just not her. Mohd Naim further assured that all agencies under his purview would assist every individual in need, including converts who needed support, protection, and guidance. I do not want a single overlooked case to lead to the religious agencies being blamed or viewed negatively. We will continue to improve and ensure that those in need receive the help they deserve, he said. There's something to be said about a woman who will openly state she wants to leave Islam in a country where you're not allowed to leave or change your religion. Muslims will criticize her and say that she left Islam for emotional reasons because her Muslim husband abused, neglected, or left her for another woman. But to be honest, that's a perfectly good reason to leave Islam. A true religion from God wouldn't treat its most vulnerable new members like this. And there are other good reasons to leave it anyways. This just adds to the pile.
Conclusion. Please tell me though, if your Muslim husband abuses you and the community turns a blind eye and calls you a scammer, while a church welcomes you with open arms and offers you the love and support you need, are you really going to stay in Islam? This is why she wants to go back to her old religion. Muslims may also say Islam is perfect and Muslims are not, but I would argue that neither are perfect, and that's why a mosque refused to help her and a church did the opposite. The church didn't accuse her of being a scammer. There is something rotten in the system of Islam that gives women the short straw in the draw for zakat and maintaining human dignity. Thanks for watching. Here's our lovely patrons who have supported us, and we are so grateful to. Please support us if you can. We are in this intermediate phase when my husband is between jobs and we could use your help to keep this going. YouTube ad income is up and down a lot. Monthly support is the most reliable way to ensure we can keep doing this. Leave Islam behind. Life is better and more beautiful without it. This is Mr. and Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim signing out.